Hey everybody, welcome to the first behind the scenes of the Bishop Brothers.
That's right.
How's it going?
Yeah.
Hi. So behind the scenes of Eyes, we decided to do Eyes just to do something quick, short, and fun that we could do easily in our apartment here and with the surroundings that we had. So we brainstormed and came up with this idea where these eyes start appearing in this guy's normal morning routine. And after the brainstorming process, we just jotted down, basically just because it's 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's really easy to just get your story down, but also just, I think the best way we've found is to just jot down shot by shot what we hit. So we jotted down shot by shot, and the opening of the film is the mailbox, and we knew that we wanted to start on the newspaper and have the title on the newspaper. So initially we have the shot where I'm walking in. We have that on a dolly and sticks tripod. But we wanted to punch in closer on the newspaper for the titling, so we took a separate shot closer up on the newspaper, and in post-production, we just blended the two shots at that quick zoom out. So this opening shot, we have a dolly slider on a tripod, and as I walk in, no movement, but as I'm grabbing the paper, Ryan here started doing his movement and tilted up with me, and then we blended to the dolly slider shot on the kitchen table to establish the knife.
We did this short film in like an hour.
Yeah, it was quick.
Like an hour. Like we just
It was really quick.
jumped in, got the shots quick.
This is the first kind of new Bishop Brothers film we're doing, so we wanted just a fun, quick little short that we could do quickly, because we have a couple others that we did, but we wanted this one to come out before those, so we're like, we need something to come out before. But when we get inside, we lit it with a just two soft boxes. We had a soft box on the left of me that was daylight, and we had a soft box to the right of me that was tungsten, and we had the windows, which just gave heavy backlight, and we had a little bit of spill come from the kitchen. And then we're big believers in fogging it up, so grab a cheap fog machine and fog up the room or fog up the place, and we use bee smokers outside but when we need a little smoke outside, which you'll see in our next behind the scenes for the laundry film. But atmosphere, we love it, so it's not always necessary, but if you like it, it does add a cinematic element to it a lot of times. But anyway, we're big believers in fogging it up, so we fogged the room up with that lighting, and it made, I think, some nice morning-looking stuff.
Yeah.
And so the opening shot, we were on a dolly slider, and we wanted to establish the knife and the coffee. We wanted to grab and have him walk in and sit down with that nice little dolly movement. This is the Aperture 2. If you do have the funds to get some kind of monitor, it does make a difference. We've noticed a lot lately.
It's like a huge time saver.
Having a big monitor, yeah, because you can't, and a lot of times your focus won't be as sharp with just looking at your little camera monitor, which it's fine if that's all you got, go for it. Don't not go for it. Just film whenever you can. But we scored with this dolly slider. We got one on Amazon for $30, which was horrible. We ended up sending that back. We found this one, it's like $160, or maybe it was more like $260. It was an expensive one for like $60.
Right.
So go searching, like always be searching. And also these stands and the soft boxes we use, those are like $20 or something. They're cheap. So grab a couple soft boxes. And we'll do another lighting video where we show it. We basically use these soft boxes, these lights that we build, which we'll do a video to show you how to build these lights. And then we have one Yongnuo cheap LED light thing. So that's like what we use most of the time we're lighting. And we use LED bulbs, these awesome little LED plastic, amazing output for low watts light bulbs. They're awesome. And the same for our tube lighting. We use these awesome tube lights. You can get an easy setup for super affordable, super cheap, and you can be shooting beautiful looking stuff. But this slider, anyway, was $60. It was amazing, and it's so smooth and so beautiful. And
your American Graffiti shirt is the best.
And I had my American Graffiti represent.
Love that shirt.
Lucas 62. Yeah.
Oh, we really fogged it up.
We did really fog it up. We wanted this one to be kind of more fantasy. A thing with lighting is people a lot of times are really nervous with lighting a scene.
Yeah.
But I found I'm no lighting experts. We're no lighting experts.
Yeah.
But the best thing to do is just play. Put your lights in places. Keep moving them until you're happy with this. We didn't just put this out and we were done. We were moving things and we were turning lights off and looking and putting different lights on the side and changing the bulbs out in tungsten versus daylight. And it's all about just finding something that you're happy with. We wound up shooting it all with the idea that the eyes would be there. So all these images where the eyes are going to be, we knew they were going to be at these certain moments. We're big believers in storyboarding and mapping out everything before you go. A lot of people go on set and they're like, if I don't storyboard, I get more creative or whatever. But we believe that if you do storyboard, you have more freedom to be creative on set because you know what you actually need. So when it came to the newspaper, the cup, and the TV, we shot on sticks because we knew we would need to place the eye there. I'm going to turn the pizza off because it's been dinging.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to run out there. We had pizza in the oven. We're going to watch Demolition Man and eat some Hummerman after this. So anyway, the TV was kind of annoying when we were sitting there trying to get the TV to... We wanted the Disney...
The Disney logo.
But we wound up just fixing that in the edit. You can fix anything in your edit, which isn't a good thing to say because you want to shoot it as good as you can possibly shoot it.
Yeah.
But don't rely on your edit. But you can, in the end, if you do need a little help, you can fix it in the edit, you know. I wound up putting an arm. I had to cut out my arm dropping down, which you can actually see. If you watch back on the film, it's kind of shoddy. It doesn't look that great. You see my arm dropping down when I'm sitting in front of the Disney screen. You probably haven't even noticed yet.
No, I don't even think I saw that.
If you see my arm is not connected to my back here, but I just cut out my arm dropping so it had movement from the previous shot of an arm going down. Otherwise, it would have just been a still arm. So it works with the edit, and then it worked with the Disney. So basically, there's a good... We said, you know, you can fix it in edit, but that's why. If you want to get it practical, because it did take me a little bit of time masking out my arm and dropping it down, which we'll do maybe a masking tutorial at some point. And anyway, that brings us to the knife. We shot the knife with me jabbing the thing and then dropping the knife and then running out. And we wound up just doing a solid cut to black there. And then we wound up shooting me holding the knife with my just fingers here. And then for this, I did mask out the knife. Click by click, line by line. And then I did frame by frame.
Hours later.
Oh my gosh, hours later. Many hours later. Masking, if you're doing frame by frame type stuff with the eye and the knife, moving like that with the eye, it takes time, but you can get it pretty good, and it's really easy and kind of fun. The final shot here where I run into the back room and the mouth gets me, we shot that. That's another time when we were just playing. We didn't like the lighting, so we kept playing. And in the end, we did a nice big shiny light into the door to create some like light coming through the door. We wanted more.
Yeah, like through the cracks.
We wanted more, and I know what our problem was. We fogged up the outside Remember?
Yep.
And we shot, but we should have fogged up the inside because that's where the light was leaking through.
Right, yeah.
But anyway, we wound up. We were happy with it, with the light coming there, and then the face we have these little lights that we use that I make that are just little LED panels with a battery attached, and they're great little like stick-on lights, and you can find little lights to stick on. We would highly suggest getting some kind of little light that you can just stick somewhere if you need it. It doesn't matter what it is. This day and age, these little LED panel lights are so cheap, and you can get them online. Just type in mini LED panel light, and they're so handy when you're in a tight spot or a vehicle or whatever, and you need just a little bit of light. You can put it on the dash and you get a little shine on the face or on the side, and get on the side, or a little backlight. Get a handful of little lights, like a few, and you'll be sticking them everywhere. It'll save your butt. But anyway, that final shot brings us to post-production. For the eyes, I was the eyes and Rye was the mouth.
Yeah.
And we basically just shot us against the green screen, just doing what the eyes does and doing what the mouth does. And I just masked out the eye for all the eye stuff. And I wound up doing 2 layers of eyes. I wound up doing 1 layer of the eye where I masked out and did a big fade and a big feather. And then I did another layer on top of it with a solid pupil. So the pupil was a nice, strong, solid pupil. So basically the eye was able to feather out into the newspaper, but you still had a solid inner layer with only like a 10-point feather. And then the mouth was the same, just a mask and a feather.
And my mouth hurt so much after like the 8th try of opening up. It's a special way of like opening the mouth.
I wanted Rye to...
Big yawn, but...
I wanted the mouth to be more square looking.
Yeah, it was more like Munster.
So I was
yawn.
having Rye do like a squarish looking like open.
Oh.
And then I wanted him to open it as big as he can because we wanted the guy to basically be swallowed by this mouth coming towards him. And I wanted to see both sets of teeth. And I wanted the tongue to be down so we could see the, what is that called? The weenus?
The little
Or is this
like
the weenus?
dumbbell thing?
This is the weenus.
At the very back. Oh,
yeah, what's the dumbbell
the
thing?
dumbbell thing?
But anyway, I wanted to see the dumbbell. And so there was a lot of different things I wanted to get out of Rye there. When he did great. We got it on that one. Actually, a couple of them had everything. So you can see there's a lot of
see inside me.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. You can see down your throat.
Brush your teeth.
Right, make sure you brush your teeth. Yeah.
Mouthwash every day.
Smell-o-vision. If you had smell-o-vision, would it be minty?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Spearmint.
Yeah, spearmint. When I do the eye stab in the wall, that was probably the most difficult. And the first pass I did wasn't great, and my brother Danny said do another pass because it didn't look great.
Really? He said that?
Yeah, he did.
Hey,
That jerk.
that
Just kidding.
perfectionist.
He's great. We were thankful. What we do, which is really important to do, have a group of people that you trust. We have like 3 to 5 people.
Yeah.
And we send it to those people, and they send us back their feedback. And sometimes we have a few more that we send it to and get feedback from. And listen to their thoughts. And most of the time, they're idiots. They don't know what they're talking about, right? No, when you're a filmmaker... when I was younger, I was a lot more attached to my thing. I can't have anybody change my beautiful project here. Or my baby. Don't touch my baby. It's mine. But now, here, you want to hold my baby? Yeah, here you go. You ruined my baby. But no, now it's like what makes this baby come to life is collaboration. And we found that as long as you're with a group of people you trust, collaboration is so powerful. And I mean, you see it, if you look at some of your heroes in film, I'm sure they'd say the same thing, collaborators. Peter Jackson, Steven Spielberg, those are some of our heroes. Robert Zemeckis. They're all big collaborators. They love collaboration. They want to hear an idea and with the people they trust, and they get their ideas from all over the place. And you can, like, our brains here are not going to think of everything. So it's so nice to have a collective group of people around you that you trust. And it's so nice to be open to that as the filmmaker. So don't try not to be closed off to anything, because you never know where the good idea is going to come from. It might come from the last place you expect it, but it won't ever come if you're not open to it.
Yeah, we were really excited to start doing the behind the scenes of how we made these short films too, because it's something that we love to share the things we've learned with others. So it's going to be something we're going to continue to do.
Yeah, we're going to keep doing this with all of these. We want to do it. So thanks for watching and joining us on these behind the scenes.
That's right.
And stay tuned for more. We're going to do some tutorials on how to build these super cool lights. Always be creating, filming. Don't let anything stop you. Just get out there with your camera and do it. No matter what you're getting, you're learning every time you go out there. So go for it. Make a movie.